Hello, welcome to Module 2 of Class 18. In this class, we will learn about Excel sheet. We will make our familiarity with Excel sheet, learn about some basic formula which is required or will be required to do analysis on a stock market, both in the fundamental analysis side and technical analysis. What is more important here that we have to understand one fact that every analysis which you are going to do, especially the quantitative analysis and not the qualitative ones, you will need data and you need to do certain operation on data, right? So it is not, I mean, it is these days you don't go with a notebook and start working on that. But what you can use is a very powerful function which is Microsoft Excel, and you can use that to do all kind of analysis. So three things we will learn in this class. One, we will build our familiarity with Microsoft Excel and probably learn 3 4 different functions which can be used later, so that right now you have a comfort with them. So in later classes you will not have much difficulty because that ice breaking has already been done. The second things, obviously before doing any kind of operation on the data, what you would need is basically data. Two types of data. First, historical data. Some people may want to do certain things on historical data to have their familiarity with that company. Some people may have their portfolio and already want to track that portfolio and or want to use real time data for the analysis. So in this class, apart from that, I'll give you the overview of Excel sheet. I'll also show you from where to get the historical data, and second, from where to get the real time data. So before we start working on Excel, let's jump on a website from where we can get the historical data. There is just one cautious thing I want to tell about this class is it will be better if you take this class in on a laptop or a desktop. I know you use both of the devices to watch the classes, but this specific class, since we will be doing few things on the Excel sheet in mobile, maybe the visual will be not that great because the small cells are there, and even I'll be taking this class in a very slow fashion because I have to show you by doing it, so I have not prepared any material. And what we will do, that we will open things and we'll start working on that so that you can also have a similar kind of exercise at your end. So my humble request to all of you who are taking this lecture is it will be better if you take it on Excel in laptop or a desktop, in fact, right? So let's first jump on the historical data and then we'll do some basic operation on that data. So here, to get the historical data, what we can actually do is go to our favorite website, NSE, right? Now you all know, since we have seen this website many times, this is NSE website. It is a new version of NSE website, by the way. There's an old version that's still available, but my point is, why to go and learn how to do it on the old website? Let's learn it on the new website only. New website is faster, what I have seen. For some people they're finding it difficult, but for me, trust me, this website is much better than the older website because it's new and new functions has been added. This website is faster than the previous website. I mean, the latest technology are faster than obviously the older technology, and that's why I found it, I experienced it, that this website is faster, and I'll now walk you through with the latest website only. So when you open the NSE website, you have a lot of tabs and you can go to the market data. This tells you the real-time data as well. So if you open equities here, it tells you about how the market is progressing today, right? Now, if you want to collect the historical data of one of these shares, so let's say we'll take the data of TCS. So what we will do, that we'll go and see where is TCS. So here you have TCS. It is opening in the another tab. Well, what I can also do is simply go to tab here and write TCS, and it will show me TCS price as well. Either of the way, we are on the TCS page, TCS data. It is the real-time data which is going on. It displays you the order book. Pre-open market will show, intraday chart will show. Pre-market open is between 9 to 9:07. You can place the order. They collate all the orders, then process it between 9:08 to 9:15, and then 9:15 trading start happening. Here you have the historical data. So this historical data default, when I clicked, it is showing me 3-month data. So you can scroll down and see that all 3-month data are here. Now let's say you want to have 1-year data. You can click on 1 year and you can see that 1-year data is available here. All you need to do is download it. Then it is having a price range, date range. You can use the date range also, and you can download the data there with your specific requirement, as per your specific requirement. So what I'll do, that I have 1-year data which I have taken, and I'll download it. So it got downloaded. Since I'm using MacBook, it default opened in numbers, which is like the Microsoft, which is the Apple version of you can say Excel sheet. So here is my TCS data. What I'll do, that I'll open it with Microsoft Excel. I have also taken the subscription of Microsoft Excel because I still feel Excel is much powerful than number, and since I have been using Excel from very long time, I would like to have it on my system, even MacBook system. So this is TCS data you have. Let's understand what kind of data they have given you on the name of historical data. They are giving you the dates. Equity is the series. On that specific day, at what price it got opened, what was the high price, low price of that day, then previous close. So previous close was 2153, which is like, if you see, this is the last traded price or this is the close price. Okay, so last traded price is the last price at which the trading got stops, and closing is like even after 3:30 but till 3:45 they adjust all the prices, and they have a specific formula on the basis of which they decide the close price of that stock, which is very much it will be equal to last traded price only. It will deviate a bit from there. It also so you have close price and last traded price are two different price. So close price is something which exchange calculate based on certain formula and display it. Last traded price is the price at which buyer and seller both agreed and the transaction happened. So if you see that previous close, they are showing you, let me enlarge this. So last traded price they show you as a column, close price is something which they show you as a column. Then they show you VWAP. It is called volume weighted average price. So this is you can say one of the parameter VWAP, through which you will come to know that what happens, that sometime with a very small volume there will be a price at which stock has traded, and it was a very high. But most of the times with maximum of the volume, the stock was trading at any specific price or a specific range. So to give you a very clear picture at what rate the maximum value happened, is something you will see at VWAP. So VWAP is more like an indicator that based on the volume, they understand that this is one price which was very close to the price of most of the people's trade. You can have your own definition of VWAP, but if you go and understand it, it's called volume weighted average price. So VWAP they explain you also. Then they show you 52-week high, 52-week low. By the way, in later chapters, I'll going to explain in the trading classes how to use VWAP, how to use this understanding of LTP and close price. So even if you have, since alone VWAP will take around 15-20 minutes for me to explain you, I'm just skipping it right now to explain VWAP, but understand it as an indicator that at this volume, at the maximum trade price happened at certain volume, and it was volume weighted average price, right? So 52-week high and 52-week low is something which you can see here as well. Then they show you the volume. and the value. Volume is the number of shares which has been traded, and value is the value. So if you multiply this into the close price, probably this is the number you will get. That's the value. The number of trades is something which they explain you as well. In our technical analysis classes, we will use all this information, and that's why I have downloaded this sheet. Now, to understand the basic functions, let's say first understand about this Excel sheet. I'm damn sure that 99% of the people who are attending this class have a good familiarity with Excel sheet, but still to show you, you have different tabs. You have data tab. You can do a lot of operation on the data. You have different kind of tools which you can use, and I'm not sure, but I'm planning to make a series of 7-8 lectures to put it on YouTube rather, uh, training people on Excel sheet, you know. But as part of the module 2, we will restrict ourselves with very few things. So these are called rows. These are called columns. So you have different columns. I know for some people it would be very basic, but then yeah, just revise it once. Now let's understand 2-3 functions. Okay, just to confirm that how these functions work, you can see that 52-week high and 52-week low it is showing you, right? And 52-week high is 2296. You can say this, and 52-week low is 1181. How to get, let's say, we will use one function called max function. Max calculate the maximum. Max gives you the maximum value in a set of data. Now 52-week high will be the max of all the 52 these data. The max of the high, so highest of the high will be 52-week high. Let's see whether it is the same or not. So 2296, you can see this 2296 is the max value of the high of all specific trading days, and that's why you see that 52-week high is 2296, which is it's displaying here also. So what you have learned here is max function. Similarly, let's understand, if you have to find the minimum in a subset, you can use min function. Lowest of the low of all day will be the minimum of 52-week low. So minimum E22. So you can, if you see, I mean E2 and E247, this is the cell number. So minimum of lowest of the low is 1881. If you can see, this is the 52-week low also, which has it's displayed. So you have learned 2 functions. Similarly, you can put some effort and learn more and more functions about Excel sheet to have a good understanding about Excel sheet. Now let's say when you will go for technical analysis, one of the concept which you will learn there is simple moving average. I mean the very basic of the indicator. So let's also understand how to calculate the simple moving average. For that, let's first understand the sum function. So if you have to sum 2 numbers, you can simply do like this. This is the summation of these 2 numbers. Similarly, if you have to sum for 20 days data, what you can do is you can drag it down to 20 cells, and these are your 20 days data, right? Now what is average? So average of these 2 data, how will you calculate? You can either use even the average function, or you can use the sum of these 2 divided by 2. This is the average of these 2 data, right? these two cells. So what we are interested here in is understanding how to calculate simple moving average on a Excel sheet. So simple moving average, I mean, this simple moving average can be calculated for last 5 days, 10 days, 20 days. So what you actually want to see that what is the average of last 20-day closing price. So since in one specific day stock price can go very high, on the other specific day it may go very, it may go down. You would see this phenomena in the market. But a stable investor would look for that how exactly it has traded over a period of time. So how their average has been moving forward. So to calculate that, you go and calculate simple moving average. And to calculate that, you do not have to in fact get into a very geeky stuff of understanding the formula or learning from the data function and all. All you can do is basically first go and take so let's say we have to find out the simple moving average of last 20 days. So this is 20th February, 11th February, this is 10th February. So last 20 days data we have to take. So let's say we are calculating the simple moving average of last 20 days for 11th February. So we will do a sum and we have to take the closing price. So since we are calculating for closing price, so what we can go and see is we started with two, yes, so H3 to H22 is 22 day data. So the summation is something like this, 43206. But then we need to find the average. So what we can do that, we can do this. We can divide it by the whole sum 20 and it will show me last 20 days moving average. Here is the formula which you all can see. Now, how to find the moving average of day 12th February? All you have to do is copy paste and then you will see that the simple moving average of 12th February is auto-populated here. You want to calculate the simple moving average of all the days. All you have to do is drag it down till last cell. But then what you will see that in the last cell you have a figure like 10 through, so the something which is not very familiar to you in terms of this stock. Why this is happening? This is happening because we have been calculating the sum of last 20 days. So if we see the formula of this, it though tells you that it is going to have the sum value of cell H242 to H261, you see that the value is not there. It's 000. So that's why you need 20 days and what you need to see is till here you have 20. So till here you can have the right value because this is giving you the 20-day data, but from here if you see it will start dropping. So if I see this count you can see in the bottom is 20, and that's why till here it is fine that you should have last 20 days data to calculate the 20-day moving average on that specific day. So what you learned is simple moving average, which you will use in technical analysis. So here what I want to ask you all is go download lot of sheets, do lot of experimentation around the Excel sheet and make your familiarity. The better you are at Excel sheet, it will be better for you to do a good analysis on the data of different companies, stock prices, and even, I mean, this is just the data of the stock price and related data, but then there would be many other related data on which also you have to perform later. So this is all about Excel sheet. We will now learn in class 2 about how to get real time data. Class 2 means within this class only I'll record another video where we will learn about how to identify real time data from one of the website and do some processing on that as well.